Hello there, in this tutorial I'm going to show you the most simplest and easy cell phone bag you are going to ever make. The measurements are going to be on your screen right now, and you're going to need external fabric, a piece of interfacing that you're going to iron on. External fabric, always get something that is multi-directional because you are going to see that it is upside down if you do choose a one-sided fabric. You're going to need two pieces for your loops that will hold onto your two D-rings, two lobster clasps, and also your strap. I'm going to take my external piece of fabric first and my interfacing. So the interfacing has a piece of fabric on one side and it has glue on the other side. You can clearly feel which side has the glue because it feels slightly rough. And I'm going to press that to the wrong side of the fabric. So this is the back side of the fabric and this is the right side of the fabric where you can clearly see the design. So you will put the glue face down onto the wrong side of the fabric. And then you're going to take your iron. Always look at the manufacturer's instructions and just double check how long they want you to press for. We're just going to prepare everything for sewing first. So these are our two loops. So I'm going to show you how to do one. You're going to fold over and press into place. Then you'll open it up. And then you will fold that over into the center. This is exactly how we are going to be making the shoulder strap for the bag as well. And then fold this one in. Just be careful with your fingers. That encloses all of the raw edges. And then we fold that onto itself. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other loop. You're going to do exactly the same method with the bag strap. The only difference is you're going to turn in the end like so, because you don't want that raw edge showing. So press that into place. Do that at the other side. And then you will proceed to do exactly what we just did before. So right now we have the loops and the strap folded over and pressed nicely. Another thing that I like to do is curve the top of the bag flap. So I am going to put both of my fabrics right sides together and I'm going to clip them into place so they don't move on me. At this point in time, it really doesn't matter which side you choose, they are both the same. So I have this like little ghosty ruler and it helps me create 1.5 inch curves or 1 inch curves. So I'm going to place my little ghost so it goes in line with this side and in line with this side. And I'm just going to get a friction pen and I'm going to mark my curve. And I'll turn my little ghost around to the other side. And I just line it up with the fabric. And take that mark in. Now I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut these out. You could also sew along that line, but this way I'm going to have a bit more of a prominent curve. I'm going to be sewing using the Baby Lock L-Tie 2. In the top of my thread, I have a regular Gutermann polyester all-purpose, and in the bobbin, exactly the same. And in the sewing needle, I have a Microtex 9014 needle. We're going to concentrate sewing the loops first. So what you're going to do is sew down the open side just a little bit the side there, and then we're going to sew down the other side just to make it symmetrical. We're going to do that on both of the loops. The length I am using for this is a 2.5. My alter has a cut off, so I can cut the thread right at the needle. So both my loops are sewn. We are now going to sew the bag strap. And you're going to sew the bag strap exactly the same way as we sewed the bag loop. So we have two D-rings here. So what we're going to do is insert them, fold your loop in half, and then you're going to take it to your sewing machine and you are going to sew. Don't sew too close, you don't want to damage your machine, but you just want to sew down. You just want to sew down around here just to stop that from going backwards and forwards. We're going to do that to both of them. Now here we go, I went backwards and forwards over that stitch a couple of times just to lock them stitches in. So we're going to make some markings, so I'm just going to get my ruler here. May have to take this guy out a minute. Now from the bottom end, so we're not marking it from the curved flap end, we're marking it from the bottom end. And we are going to go 1.5 inches from the bottom. And you are going to mark that 1.5 inches, and then you're going to do that again on the other side. Now you're in the way, move you. 1.5. There we go. And while we're here, we are going to do a mark that is about 4 inches. So here and here, doesn't matter where. This is where we're going to pull through the bag to the right side. Taking the loops with the D-ring on, we are going to line this loop with the line that we made on the marking. So we're going to do it going this way. So this is where the loop is, this is where our mark is, and then our loop is just going to sit inside of there, like so. So I'm just going to mark that there. And then just get a clip and clip into place. So now you can see that the loop is on the inside of the bag, in between the two fabrics, right side together. So the raw edges are facing that way and the D-ring is facing this way inside. So we're going to place this one on the other side. I'm going to lay that there. So I'm going to make another mark just to show you where that is. So it's right here. This was our first mark, and then we're going to pin that into place or clip into place, and then them two D-rings are facing each other on the right sides of the fabric. Now what we're going to do is take this over to the sewing machine, and we are going to sew we're going to start here, sew all the way around, come back and stop here. Make sure that you reverse a couple of times and go forward over these two, and then it stops that thread from pulling when we turn it right sides out. Around where this curve is, I like to take my pinking shears and just cut around. Do not cut through the stitches, otherwise you will be back at your sewing machine again. And at the bottom corners here, I just like to snip those in. And then also where this strap, where the loop is, just cut a little bit of that bulk away. Find the opening we left and turn everything right sides through. I also have a stainless steel chopstick, and I like to just push through my corners so they're like nice and flat. And then I like to ease the other side where I have that curved flap. You're now going to take this over to your iron and you're going to press this flat, and you're going to make sure that both these fabrics are sitting parallel to each other. And then where this is opened here, you're going to push this flat down and you're going to press it so it's nice and flat. Take a few moments to make sure that you get this perfectly parallel. Now take this back to the sewing machine and sew all the way around, and that will close up that opening that is still left opening. From the bottom of the bag, which is here, the straight bit, you are going to fold over so it's 8 inches. So when you measure this here, it's 8 inches. Don't include the flap. So it's 8 inches here to here. And then you're going to take this over to your sewing machine and you're going to sew along the existing stitch that we've already done on both sides. Now I'm going to take it over to my iron and I'm going to fold the flap over and I'm going to press down as well as at the bottom. So now I want to find the center of my flap. So I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to press. And then I'm going to mark where I want my snap fastener. So I want it to be around about here. So that is roughly 1.5 inches from the top there. Snap fasteners have 4 parts. There's always one side that has a prong in order to clip them together. So I'm going to start with the pretty side of the fabric first. I'm going to create a hole where we made our mark. So right there. And we also want to make sure that we have a matching corresponding snap. So I'm going to place that here. So I've just put the friction pen through the hole there and it's right here. So I'm going to create that hole on this side so I know that both my snaps are going to meet together. There we go. So doing the outside first, we have obviously these two here. So this part goes on the external side of the bag, goes through the hole, and then this part rests on top. I'm going to take my tool like so, and the gadget just rests inside of that mechanism, and then once I press down, it locks everything into place. So that is the first one done. You're going to take this part of the snap fastener and you're going to put it on to the other side of the bag. And you're going to place the other part on top like so. And then you're going to get your snap fastener tool, get it underneath there. And making sure that the tool is snugly into that prong, I'm going to press it down. And there you go. That is the snap part complete. Let's attach the lobster clasps to the bag strap. So you don't have to worry about this because we've already dealt with the raw edge. Just fold it over and then you're just going to stitch that into place. Attach this to one side of your bag strap, your D-ring, and then put the other side on, fold over, clip into place with a Wonder Grip, attach that to the other D-ring, and test it out for size before stitching the other side into place. I'm 5'7" and it's just long enough for me. I didn't want to have to make the strap any longer because I find that I only ever need like another 4 inches. If you do need the strap longer, I would go with extending the loop here. I think this bag is super cute for walks and stuff. When you do have your cell phone in here, just be careful that you're not pushing this down on your cell phone screen because you probably will crack it. Just lift up the snap fastener and just close it like that. It's perfect for your cell phone, your keys, and your purse. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to comment down below and like this video. I have over 600 videos now on my YouTube tutorial, all very easy and step by step. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.